Hello, welcome back to my channel, Living Life with Geraldine Bryant. I'm just back. I'm glad to be back. So I like to welcome myself back to YouTube. Now I want to jump right into the video. This topic, right? You see me smiling because it's a sensitive topic, but I'm about to bring up, and I don't want to be rude or disrespectful to anyone, and I do want to stay real to myself, right? Because everyone counts, right? Everybody counts. Everybody have an opinion. Everyone supposed to live their life how they see fit. Let me dive into the video. I heard, and I don't know how true it is. It may not be true, but there's conversations going around over here that got to my ears, and I wanted to bring it up on YouTube. Number one, I heard that our president, Mr. Biden, that he asked the question, what defines a female? Asked now on social media platform, or was it a topic on a special, or was it on TV? It aired on TV. I have no idea. I just heard that he asked this question, and what I heard, what he asked, immediately I felt like our president, Mr. Biden, was like pushed up against the wall. I'm talking from what I heard. I felt he was pushed up against a wall, and I pictured in my mind, well, maybe what will make him say something like that? So I was thinking that on this side was the gay side, saying we want to be recognized as who we feel. And on this side was the people saying, no, if you're born this way, this is who you are. So Biden was like, well, what defines a female? So, and number two, I also heard, this is the second thing I heard, in LA, right, that there's talk going around that some people is getting a little upset with, that they even thinking about leaving LA, right? And the talk that's going around is with the children, and that some little kids, right, if they feel that they like their name to be called Joanne, and he was born as a Joe, a male, that the students, the teacher, and even his parents supposed to address him how he feel rather than how he looks. I like to talk on this topic because it affects me as well. Now, number one, talking about what defines, number one, let's just don't come at me, because we all live on earth and we all hear things, right? And everybody have something to say if they want to. And they have that right to say what they want to say, because you can't stop nobody how they feel. You have to let someone, teach someone if they don't know the right way to go, whatever. But I have something to say pertaining to Mr. Biden, our president of the United States. And this is year 2023. If he did ask the question, what defines a female? First of all, there is an answer to that. What defines a female? Well, a female has breasts that able to give milk and feed an infant. So my question is, and calm down and let me finish the sentence. If a man feels that, well, I want to be called Joanne and I want to be acknowledged as a female, you must ask yourself, and let's be real, because we do have females out here. I'm a female. And if you don't want to be offensive, no one want to feel offensive, right? But a female, I think, will feel offensive. Some of us will. I'm one of them. If you're a look like a man and you have man parts, but you want me to call you a female, then what am I? I can just see it now. Female number one and female number two. I mean, you can dress up and look like a female, but if you don't, a female, first of all, let's talk about it. She can have milk coming out her breast to feed her infant. Number two, or let's say A, she can have milk coming out her breast. B, she bleeds once a month, cleaning out her body, her insides, right? Because a female was made that way to bleed once a month to clean out her uterus, her insides, because a woman can hold a baby life in her uterus. And a woman can carry a child, right? A woman can carry a child. So what defines a female? What defines a female is not a mother, because some mothers are not good mothers. What defines a female is not clothes, because you can wear a skirt and stockings and a bra. What defines a female is her body parts. Her breasts, that she can carry a child and give birth, and that she bleeds once a month. And who do things like that? A female. You could say your mama. You could say your mother, because your mother brought you into the world. Now, let's look at the point on the other side of a man or a young boy who feels that, no, you call me Miss Thing instead of Mr. Thing. Let me just say something to you. I don't think first of all, I don't want nobody to go crazy, because you have your right to feel and think how you want to, And some people, like a parent, let's stop for a moment, or a loved one. When somebody love you, when anybody love you, that word love is deep, right? So if your child is saying this and you love your child and you don't want your child to feel no kind of way, because sometimes in life, the issue that goes on with an individual is so serious in that person's mind that, they are like a little mental with it. Like they probably think about, hurting themselves, or they probably think about, like they can't cope with what's going on because it's too much, and then they don't want to be looked at differently, So that's why that's why to me it's a sensitive topic, especially when you talk about children. Especially when you talk about mental in your mind too. That's another thing. Your mind and your heart, wow, those are some serious organs there. Now, if your mind is making you feel, and your heart making you feel a certain way, you got to acknowledge that, But if someone wants to suppress you and make you not acknowledge certain things, that's like abuse, right? And you're not being real to yourself. If you feel you got to lie to who you are or whatever. But speaking on that, let's just roll it right over into LA. That I'm hearing that in LA they're trying to pass a law, right? Or they going to pass a law that if a child feel he is a girl, that you have to accept that child and call that child by a female name and address that child as a female, and that the parent must abide as well, teachers and classmates and all that other stuff. Let me say something. You know what? I can understand when someone so young mind is troubled or there's a conflict, but, and you don't want nobody hurt nobody. Because when you love somebody, you don't want to you don't want nobody to get hurt. I'm talking about when you love someone and they coming to you from another field, you don't want nobody to get hurt. So, because I have heard that, suicide is not something to laugh about, and it's not nothing to play with, and it take a person a lot to kill themselves, to me. I'm just talking. It takes a person a lot. Like when a person may go in the deep end, it took a person a lot to go through where they feel they just don't want to live no more. And that, to me, is really messed up. I'm not talking about if someone gave someone some kind of drugs and make them do that. That's wrong. That's just wrong. If you gave anyone any kind of drugs to mess with their head mentally, that they want to commit suicide, that is wrong. And that person, to me, did not commit suicide. That person was murdered. That's how I see it. If you tampered with someone and gave them any kind of substance to make them kill themselves, you're a murderer. That person didn't kill themselves, even though it looked like the person did. You're a murderer. But if someone, like a young kid, is having trouble with realizing or coming out the closet, they said, or admitting who he or she is, messing up their head to the point where they want to commit suicide. Now, see, that's different. That's different than someone giving you drugs and making you commit suicide. See, that's different when it comes in your brain and you feel it in your heart and, you want to be accepted and you look different, but you feel this way. That's a lot for a loved one to take, especially if that loved one loved the person, the grandmother, the mother, the father, whoever loves, you love somebody. I'm talking about family though, friends is nice too. Don't give me what friends love you, but I'm talking about your family. Cause you know what? You come from your family first. And your family is your first friend. And I understand that some people may not have family, they was in foster care. Then who was your family around that time? Who you can call family at that time. So if someone loves you and you're young and they see you battling with something, it tears them up. It tears them up to see the emotions and the different levels that you're going through. It messed somebody up, because they feel for you because they love you. But for LA to say that this is because, this is how this person feel and we want this person to feel comfortable and not kill themselves or feel inadequate, well, LA, I feel you're wrong. I feel you're wrong. You know why? Because if a person, I feel what defines a female, I already told you that. And that means you're taking away my rights. You're taking away my rights as a female. That's what that means. And you don't have that right. You don't have that right to just because he feels this way. I understand that. But you don't have that right just to take away my rights. It's just like biracial people. One parent come from this race of a culture and this parent has this race of a culture, and they make a baby and they say the baby is black because one parent is black, but the other parent is not black. Well, I feel offended as well, because as a black woman, I have black kids, and when I see your child and you telling me and that child and yourself, and you're the mother, and you're not black at all, and you saying that you have a black child, well, where's you at in this equation? Your child is biracial. Because you can't take it away from a black woman who have a black child, that child is black. Doesn't that cause confusion in the black child head when he look or she look at your child and she look at you and you don't look black? Right? I think so. So we all live on the planet. We all have to have respect. So I feel that if a young man feel he's a girl, he want to be called a girl, well, I understand that. But reality is you was born a boy. And I understand if you feel you're not a man, you're not feminine, I understand that. But you have to call yourself something else. You can't say you're a female and I'm a female and you can't do the things I'm doing as a female. Your breasts don't put milk, come have milk out of it. Come on, let's just be real. You don't have you can't carry a baby, push it and give birth, and you don't bleed from the inside naturally, cleaning out your insides to hold a baby. So when you telling everybody, now you can dress up like a woman. You can put some heels on, some lipstick on, go Miss Thing, do your hair, like a female. Even have female characteristics, that's one thing. But that's not the whole thing about being a female. So I feel that if he want to be accepted as a girl or female, you have to find a different word to be on neutral grounds with everyone. You cannot call yourself a female and then look at me, because then what am I? Right? And I ain't trying to be a ball buster. Don't come at me. I'm just coming back on my YouTube channel. Everybody's talking. So I'm talking too. I'm not putting you down. I'm not saying, you did not hear me say, you're not a female and you can't be one. Don't you come at me with that lie. You can be whoever you want to be. And if you feel that you want to be something other than how you look, that's your business. Everyone have their own life to live. But I just feel, sweetie, that you have to call yourself something different. You can't say you're a female and I'm a female. Because you're not. Because I'm a female. Just like, you can't say that your child is black, Cuban, Humanian, Armenian, white. Come on. What about you? You leaving your culture out. You leaving out who you is. So you're biracial. What's wrong with that? A biracial black. And we understand who everybody is. A biracial black. That's cool. Yeah, a biracial black is black. Because you know what? You got some blackness in you. How much you got, I don't know. And how much you got of your other parent. The percentage, we don't know. But we see both of your parents. And if you like to go as being black, hey. But let's say biracial black, all right? And as far as someone who's gay, and you feel as a man that you are a woman, hey, you can say that. I feel I'm a woman. But you cannot tell me you're a female when I'm a female. And when your body can't do what my body could do, nah, come on. What you gonna do? Okay, you can go get some implants and get some boobs, but can they give out natural milk? You may even cut off down there and cut it and move it over. I don't know how they do these things, but could you bleed naturally and wear a pad, a Kotex, And could you go in labor and have labor pains and carry a child that's growing inside you and push it out? So let's look at that. And even if you try and have science to make those things happen, like I know some girls, right, who are maybe gay, they, or they don't want a man, that they have the sperm injected inside them. Well, that's, the sperm was injected inside. Technology is improved. The sperm was injected inside. But she still carried that baby. And she still bled. And she still was able to breastfeed. That's what I'm just saying, we got kids too. I got kids, you got kids, we got kids coming up too. What about our kids? Huh? What about our kids? Psych it. What about our kids, LA? Let's look at everybody. You have to come up with a different terminology. I don't know what it is, but if you want me to think about it, I can probably help, But you have to come up, but I don't want to, though. But you have to come up with a different, and then what about people who believe in God and believe a man is born a man? Then you got those people. The godly people, or the people who believe that, God is watching. And if I confess something that God said is not right, I'm not going to heaven. Hey, what about those people who believe in God? Huh? So, LA, you just can't be a bully and be insensitive to everyone, just to someone, because you want to do that. If these kids is out here taking their lives because of who they are, well, LA, you have to have a better platform for them to know that you don't have to take your life. And you have to have a platform, an open door for someone where they can go and speak, rather hold stuff in or be mad. How you gonna be mad? You can't help. Let me tell you something. You can't help who your family is, but you can help who your friends are. But when it comes down to who your family is, you have no control in that. Really, you don't. You don't. Even if you was born in, you was in foster care, and you don't know who your family is, that's messed up. But whoever your family is whoever you was raised around. And it's sad if you lived in foster care and you don't know who your family is. But you know what? One day you're going to have a family. You're going to have a family one day. And your kids can't help who their dad or mom is who don't have a family. That's your family, You can choose your friends. I choose to be friends with you, and I don't want to be friends with you. You can choose your friend, but you cannot choose your family. Even if you're in foster care, you just don't have a family, and that's sad. But your family are the people who raised you. You can say, well, I may don't know who my biological family is, but this is my family right here. That's my family. In my heart, in my mind. This is the people who show me love. So love is very important for everybody, LA. Not just someone who want to change laws. You gotta look. When you want to go to everyone, you got to take everyone in it. Unless, go have your own network. Go live in your own neighborhood or something like that. Nobody have to have a topic. But if you came at our president, Mr. Biden, and he was like, well, define female. You know what I'm saying? Because, he like, I'm just a man. Come on. You got to take everybody. You got to look at every issue. You got to look at everybody. Okay? So you're going to have to find another way of how to address who you are when you're a man or a young boy who feel you're a woman. It's nice to dress up like a woman, but could you do the things a woman could do, a female could do? If you cannot do those things, then how you look like taking the right away from a female? That's how I feel. Like my kids, right? When I had children, right? I already talked about how my children was removed from my custody. And I'm a mom, and it stopped me from being a mother. Yo, you messed my head up with that. You know, I turned into a person that wasn't nice. So you cannot just go around and forget about everybody's feelings. You know? You took the kids, and thank God I'm still here, because I lost custody of my kids when they was very young. In public schools, young. One was just starting, pre-K, and one was just entering the 2nd grade, right? Oh, come on, that's young. If I wasn't still here, they'd never know who their mother was. And you know what? They took the right away from me from being a mother, meaning being in their lives, help raising them, help giving them my morals, and you know what it is a parent do for a kid. I didn't get to do none of that. And I felt that the city, I felt that ACS, BWS, foster care should have took my feelings, and they should have looked at my feelings. That was my kids. I'm not a drug addict. I don't do drugs. I didn't do drugs like they said. I'm not crazy. I was a mother. You understand? So, hey, everybody's feelings count. Everybody's feelings count. Understand? Everybody's feelings count. And when you make a decision, you gotta look at everyone. You understand? Everyone. Major decisions. Everyone counts. Okay? Not just who the most money can buy, or the person who can fight the most, or the person who got the biggest crowd, or the biggest supporter. Everybody counts in serious decisions. And young man, I can say, hey, you live your life. But you cannot take away no one else's life. You understand? If you're having a problem with adapting, you have to get help, because killing yourself is not the answer. Everybody gotta live. And your life is your life. You should love yourself more than that. We all have problems. Why don't you look at things a different way? Like, why are you having a problem? You understand? Let's look at that. Let's talk about it. Why are you having a problem? Let's look at that. Okay? And I can say that because I had an issue when I was in the shelter for a long time. A long time. Not raising my kids, 18 years, 15 years is a long time, right? It's a very long time. Consecutively, it's a very long time. And, what I was going to say, you have to, instead of making the world want to accept you as how you feel in the inside, and you don't look like that, and you can't be like that, you have to find a way how to look at yourself, right? And find out why you feel you want to do what you want to do. Well, that's my topic for tonight. Don't hate me just because I spoke on it. I heard about it and I spoke on it. That's my version, my intake on things. And I like to say, I know it's a touchy topic, so I'm gonna be touchy about it. Good night. Please subscribe. I like to have more videos, and come on back. See you at the next video.